Go.
Okay, today, come over here. So in my sort of helping us out with fish. It's a little warm in the greenhouse. Temperature is 95 right now, air temperature. They don't really care much for that radiation over here. But I thought I'd let them have a cameo in the film. Okay, so those aren't the, back up now. We're doing Canary OBs, and this is a strain we started with in 2006 when we got a fish from a customer in San Antonio, a retail shop, and we crossed them into our orange Peacock line. We had a major setback in this in 2017 with Harvey, and we just had another major setback. We lost about 3/4 of our breeders, including all of our breeder males, which this is a line I named when I saw a fish that reminded me of my grandmother's canaries. My grandmother raised parakeets, cockatiels, and canaries, and she, kind of funny story about that, she ordered a special feed that was supposed to make canaries sing well, and then one day in the early 60s she got a call from the feds. I don't think it was DEA at the time, but whatever the equivalent was. And they needed to come out and inspect because the seed company had been shipping marijuana seeds in the mix. Apparently made the canaries sing really well. So sure enough, they came out. They asked her where she dumped the stuff in the bottom of the cages. She showed them, and sure enough, there was a couple of marijuana plants growing. They pulled them up and took them away. Don't know what they did with them, but they took them away. Kind of embarrassing to my grandmother that she was growing marijuana. Anyway, we had a fish from a customer that reminded me of that color, and I've been working at it, and with not a great deal of success in separating it from some of our other OB Peacock lines. Like I said, we had made some strides after Harvey with a couple really nice breeder males, but we lost them. So I've gone through our backup breeders, and I picked this one young male. He's not what he's nothing like what the other two breeders were. He's got too much blue in him. He's not the canary yellow I like. These are some young females I'm adding to him, and look at the color on some of these. They're more orange OBs. These are some of our surviving female breeders. That one's not too bad, but still a little oranger than I like for canary. But this is kind of like raising fancy guppies and maintaining a color strain. It's really, really difficult. They're highly variable. But one of these days I'll set this strain. We're going to give this young male 10 surviving breeder females and 9 probably half siblings of his females. It's much smaller. We'd like to have breeding colonies of around 40 to 45 females and 2 to 4 males. But it'll get us back on track, I hope, and maybe next generation will do better. We've got a bunch of youngsters. Not very many survived, but we also have some smaller backup breeders because we only did this fish back in October, I think. Now the other thing that we're polyculturing with this strain are bronze sailfin mollies, and these are a couple of our breeder males. Nice fish. I hope they do well. We're finding that mollies do fairly well with cichlids. We have a lot of cover with hornwork. Here we go ahead and do the shine in here. You see we grow mats of hornwork, and we have these 2 fry cages that the adults can't get into. And we keep feeder guppies with the cichlids, and they do incredibly well. We harvest hundreds of those each time. Here's a bucket that Susan sorted out, and I didn't get them all out of the vat. So they're probably several times that many. They kind of dither fish, and I guess food if the cichlids want to eat them. I'm not sure that they eat that many. Anyway, that's this fish for today. We've got another vat we're going to do, and then we'll probably take off the afternoon from the greenhouses because the air temperature will go up above 100, which is good. We have a couple, it'll be 40 degrees tonight outside, and the greenhouse, we'd like to run the water temperature up into the mid 70s and only drop a couple degrees overnight, even without heat. Good fish keeping.